Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to show you how to color your engravings on your gun. If you've ever seen somebody else's gun where the like on this one, this is the Glock 26 Gen 5 and it comes engraved from the manufacturer with the well, with all kinds of stuff, with the serial number and stuff. Also I have the Halo Sun CSC on here that I reviewed just recently. So we're going to go ahead and color fill this, and if you've ever wanted to know how to do that, you want to stay tuned. So basically you need a few cheap basic things. You're going to need some lacquer thinner, and the reason I'm choosing lacquer thinner is because I'm using lacquer style fingernail polish, and I've got some neon colors here and they're lacquer, and we're going to need lacquer thinner for the process. One thing you also need when you choose your color is a white lacquer, and that's going to be for the base. These are neon colors and they're kind of iridescent, and we really want them to pop, so we're going to fill this with a little bit of white first and then let that dry for a second and then fill it with our color. I'm choosing neon green. And the last thing you'll need is a couple shop rags. Paper towel will work, but I'm using those blue shop rags. All these things can be found at Home Depot except for the nail polish, which obviously you wouldn't find at Home Depot, but I did get it on Amazon for cheap. I got all these colors for like $10 or something. You don't have to buy all these colors, but you can choose just one color for like $3 or something. And again, you want lacquer. Make sure it's lacquer nail polish, and then go to Home Depot or Lowe's or your favorite hardware store and get lacquer thinner. Okay, so basically we're going to start with cleaning the area with lacquer, and that's just to get any dust or debris out of those fine little grooves that were engraved from the factory. So I just put a little lacquer on this shop rag, and I'm just going to kind of scrub it a little bit up here on this Halo Sun logo. I'm going to do that area too. And the lacquer will evaporate, so make sure you shut your lid on your lacquer thinner because that'll evaporate really quick. Then we're going to shake. You want to shake lacquer up really good. I'm going to shake the heck out of it. I've kind of already done that before I made this video, but I'll shake it a little more. And nail polish brushes are huge compared to the size of the graphic that's been laser etched into the slide. So I'm just going to take a little bit and wipe it off on the edge, and then obviously I can't get into those grooves, so I'm just going to kind of go on the top. I'm not going to smear it everywhere, but I am going to go on top around the grooves and be kind of sloppy with it. Not too thick, because we need to leave a little more groove area for the color that we're going to put on top. So I'm just going to do the word Glock there, their logo. Put a little bit on this 26 Gen 5 right there. Here's the letters USA, and then 9x19. And while we're at it, we'll do the Halo Sun logo as well. This one's a lot easier to do because it's really deep. I'm just going to kind of fill it in there, make sure it gets really good in there. Now you kind of want to let this dry for a second. Be patient. Lacquer dries pretty quick because it is it has lacquer thinner already in it, and it evaporates and dries pretty quick. So I'm just going to screw the top on that. So we're just kind of wait for a minute, maybe blow on it if you want. I can already see that it's drying, right? All right, then you're going to want to take a like I said, I'm using the blue shop towels, but you can certainly use paper towel. The problem with paper towel is most paper towels have texture, and the texture will actually wipe the color out of the groove. So these shop towels are smooth. I guess you could use like a toilet paper that wasn't textured, some type of paper towel or whatever that's not textured. That's why I chose the shop towels. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump some lacquer here on this shop towel. Don't need a lot, really. Actually, the less the better. You just want it a little moist. And then I'm just kind of going to wipe one way. Let me turn the gun around here. Just going to wipe one way and stop. So I'm going to wipe, and stop. And see, a lot of the ink came off there, so I don't want to use that part again. So I'm going to turn the rag inside out, the shop towel here, and I'm going to wipe again. And you can see it's already, look at that. Let me get a closer view for you. It's already color filled with white. But I want it lime green. And I'm going to do the same with the Hollow Sun logo here on the red dot. In my case, it's a green dot. Just going to wipe, and then got to use a new part of the rag, so I'll turn the rag inside out now, and I'll fold it, and I'll kind of wipe again. Whoop, knocked the camera there. And you can see the Hollow Sun logo through the white. Sorry, camera won't focus, but all right, so I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. While I'm letting that dry, I'm going to take my lime green or my neon green and shake the heck out of that. Because after this dries, we're going to do a second coat. Again, the reason we did the white was to give it a nice base coat. Neon colors are a little iridescent and they don't shine as bright if you just did it on black. So that's why we laid that white down first. So, shaking it here. All right, so we're going to open this up. And we're going to kind of do the same thing here. We're just going to take, you don't need a lot. Just going to take and kind of just dab it or do the same thing. Just kind of blotch it on there on top of that white in the groove. And you can already kind of see that the white is turning that lime green, which is really cool. See how the green is iridescent? It's not, it's transparent. It's not, it would take a ton of coats to put the green, to make the green come out bright green, and that's what I want, is a neon or a bright green. So doing the USA here like that. Okay, and then the 19 by 9, and then the last but not least, the Hollow Sun logo. Making sure I get it all on all the white. All right, and then we're gonna let that dry. Sometimes you need a second or third coat. Most of the time you can get away with one coat. I'm gonna let that dry for a second, and with a new shop rag or a different side of the shop rag, we'll go ahead and wipe this one off. Actually, I'm gonna start with a new shop rag. Because you can only wipe once with the same area of your shop rag. If you try to wipe the twice, the ink just smears. The ink, the fingernail polish just smears, and you don't really get it off. I'm going to get some more of this lacquer thinner on the rag, just a little bit in the corner there. Now again, lacquer thinner evaporates super fast, so keep that lid closed. And it's very flammable, so keep out of reach of children and away from flames. Don't smoke while you're doing this if you're a smoker. All right, and it's looking pretty dry. Let's start with that. Keep bumping the camera. Let's start with this Hollow Sun first. Just going to do one swipe, and see a lot of green came off, so I'm going to use the other side of the rag now. And then a little bit of green came off, so I'll fold that and use that area. And look at how cool that looks. That's so cool. I'm a green guy, so I like green. You might like neon orange or hot pink, blue. You can get all kinds of different colors. I'm going to fold this rag over onto the other side now. You can get so many different colors in the neon colors fingernail polish. Again, lacquer thinner is what, lacquer fingernail polish is what I'm using. So again, I'm going to do one wipe, and then I'm going to flip the rag. Look at all that green. So I'm going to flip the rag so we don't keep smearing it. Give another wipe, and I'm not pressing hard at all. I've already flipped that rag, so now we got to use a different spot. So I'm going to add a little more lacquer thinner to this new area of my towel. Again, you don't want a lot, because the more you have, if it's saturated, it'll just wipe the green right off. So we'll make one stroke, and look at, more green came off, and I'll make another stroke the other way, and there you go. I mean, it's that simple. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? I could probably use one more coat. I'm going to let this dry really good and put another coat on. But it's that simple, and it's really cheap to do. I think the most expensive thing was probably the lacquer thinner. This quart of lacquer thinner I got at Home Depot was $7 or $8. Each color fingernail polish was $3.95, but I bought all 6 of these colors or 7 of these colors for, I think it was like 13 bucks or something. I can't remember now. I've had them for a while because I color paint my buddy's guns and all my guns. So anyways, doesn't that look cool? So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. Let me know if you've already done your gun, or if you plan on doing your gun. Leave comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.